Guys, maybe if you can talk a little bit about how you started to collaborate together.
Well, we met each other first at a wood shop in Austin, and Buck was running the molder, and I was just kind of doing odd jobs. I was driving and doing deliveries and all types of stuff, and we had an opportunity to work on a project, and so it was a rather large project, kind of similar to this on the same scale, but I needed a lot of structural knowledge and electrical knowledge, and Buck had always been known for doing that around the shop. We hadn't really been, we'd introduced each other, but we hadn't really been like, friends or really had too much to say or anything.
Yeah,
so
hung out a few nights. But
yeah, so just kind of casually, and then we sat down and we just started talking, and yeah, we started collaborating together on this first project, and when it was done, we were just like, let's do this. Let's start. Let's make this something. I think just that start of being forced into it, rather than, I think the creativity definitely came later. At the first, aspect of it, there was a lot of collaboration with different designers, architects, and things like that, and they really took a major role in shaping us and what we are, I would say, because they were just like, this is what we want. This is, really kind of guiding us and doing stuff, and then I think the creativity part came later, and we started, and based upon just the large scale sculptural things we do, we tried to really implement that into residential homes and especially commercial.
But I wonder if you can talk a little bit about the kind of initial ideas and what led you to developing this specific project.
our first thought was, that is a crazy shaped spot.
Yeah,
right
I think when we first, it was really funny because when we were driving down here and we first met with everyone to look at the space, you're thinking of a museum, you think of big ceilings, huge areas, lots of space, and
white walls,
everything dimensionally hanging down, doing this stuff, and so
and lots of right angles.
Yes. And so immediately we were planning and talking about like what we're gonna do and everything else, and then I remember we got here, and we both were just like, wow, this is intense. Like it would just completely changed everything in what we could do and what we couldn't do. And by all means, I mean, in all honesty, like I was intimidated by it. Like we had to come back down again and talk about it. We were just like, what do we do? I think when we left here, I think we were silent for a while, and we were both like, what the hell are we gonna do here? Like,
we're used to hanging something in a spot, or maybe on a wall, possibly, or whatever, but we eventually arrived, since there's this giant plane cutting through the center of that room, that why not just go through the plane?
Yeah, and use both sides of it to do something sculptural, and so, which in the end, we felt very, very fortunate that we were able to do something like that, because that didn't happen. That'll probably never happen again when we get an opportunity to be like, this is where this is going to go and live. So.
Yeah, and it's also really exciting for us to have it as a semi-permanent installation here, where we can actually kind of continue after Texas Design Now ends, to have the work in situ and be able to for our audiences to be able to continue to be wowed by it.
We're definitely honored to be here. So yeah,
excellent.